way. I'm in the rest. I never switch.
Ain't too many can play with us. See where this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Marr now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Cut, 30 base. Watch the 6-6. Pull it high. Kill. Hey, Echo. Kill. Turn up. Watch the safety creep. Hey. 54 snap.
On first and 10, here's Manning. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They're just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Hey, exit.
Mike 5-4.
Ready.
Working from the gun, Manning. And Tate's got it. And out across midfield down to the 45. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Right there.
To throw is Manning. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley, 56 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice fast start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Prescott. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice.
And he's into the clear. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, 69 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
and they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Ready! 90 Wolf! Line 54! Stay with your man! Hatchet! Recon, 132 fighter! 2!
On 2nd and 7, Manning. Pass incomplete.
Pass incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Look at me. Zipper.
Faking the give to Barkley. Now Manning. It's caught. Shepard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
15 line. Topper! Hey, check 24. Check. Secret.
From the gun, it's Manning. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
But depending on the team, they'd call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that 2nd attempt. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Now, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 36 yards, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The Giants take over. Get ready. At their own 25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check. Watch 54. Get ready. Now.
Shotgun now for Manning. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Manning. Finding his target, it's Cody Latimer. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Don't get nervous. 54. Go. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Strip the ball.
Manning looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Manning now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Watch the whip. Kill.
Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you...
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kareem Martin. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott out to his left. On the left side, Gallup's got it. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Now Manning. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go.
Throwing again on second down. Manning. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
I don't think there's any doubt that that was not a very good throw by Eli. And, part of what happens is he's a little bit of a slinger, all right? He's going to throw it downfield and take his shots. And in this case, it backfired.
Worth noting, you remember 2007 against the Vikings, 3 pick-sixes Manning had in that game, tied for the most in a game in NFL history.
They'll study his career. They've thrown the ball downfield a lot. That's where you'll accumulate a few more interceptions.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
And New York set to take the field. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And a cut to the right, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Rosas good with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all to score as the kick's away.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to.
There he goes goes Amari Cooper. He's at the 30, 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
New York set to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in his own blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
15, Lonnie. 15, Who draw corner?
Me and you. It's just me and you.
Now.
Check.
They fake the handoff. Now Manning. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
16 more yards. That's another Giants first down. First and 10 at the 27.
Manning now 12 of 16 thus far. It's first and 10.
You better be
Again, they'll throw with Manning. Caught right side, Tate. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Manning going to come up on first and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. The toss out to Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Operating from the gun. Manning. And incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And that takes us from second to third down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
The Giants on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third and 11.
54. Ready? Check. 5.
From the gun, Manning. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
The Cowboys take over
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Flush to his right. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Come on, fellas.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Here's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner.
Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Here we go. 47.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Going right side, he has Witten. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
30, here we go.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, that was the safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On the move to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Recon, 132 fighter. Go. What do you want?
Working from the gun, Manning. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check right. Topper! Go!
Here's a give to Barkley. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Hey, high 7.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
I'll go. Snap.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Manning. And he's got room. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
Now Elliott. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll come out in the pistol. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott taking it in. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Hey. 4 down. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey, pick it up. Get it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Watch the run. Mike 55.
Manning. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the heart hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pad.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And Ingram hauls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Right there. 54, right there. Right
From the gun, it's Manning. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
91. General West. Alpha. Go. Check 24. Check 25.
Into the red zone now. Manning. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here comes Peppers. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his man on the crossing route. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on 1st down is Manning. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Give him 30 yards there. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, box drop.
54's Mike. Check. Watch it.
Manning to throw once more. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Rosas to add the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
52. Come on, D.
And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Hey, orbit. Ready?
Manning now on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. And the Giants' all-time leader in passing yards and completions and touchdowns. Just another connection.
No doubt about it. That's the Eli Manning we know. Pushing the ball downfield and with proficiency.
On first down, Manning finds his tight end Ingram. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Manning. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.